Virginia is a very pro-business state. I mean, we're the first state as you come down the seaboard that's really sort of the classic southern pro-business state where we have right-to-work laws. We're very business friendly. Our tax rates are very competitive. And then Henrico on top of that has gone out of its way. The Board of Supervisors for a very long time has recognized that business is what we've got to have to be able to keep our tax rates low and to provide the services to our citizens that they want to provide. So it's a good place to do business. It's a combination of a lot of things: location, business climate, cost structure, but the labor force is the #1 factor just about with everyone. So to the degree that we can produce talented people who have the skills needed that these companies are looking for, we're going to be in a better position to attract those companies to be successful.
Hey John, how's it going?
I think it's very important to consider a career in manufacturing. I think not only do you have the opportunity to grow, we need computer skills, we need mechanical skills, we need electrical skills. Manufacturing today is more high-tech than it's ever been, and it's a well thought of career.
The other thing I think we've got going for us here is we have the ability, because of the quality of life we offer, to attract people from elsewhere in the country. And that's one of the things that's really important, especially for maybe some of the higher level skills, the engineering technicians, those kinds of things. You know, it's important to be able to, for a manufacturer, to recruit somebody to come and live here. And our quality of life makes that pretty easy to do.
Businesses like Henrico's location. More than half of the United States population and many major manufacturing operations are within 750 miles of Henrico, just about a day's drive. One company that chose Henrico for a regional production facility is Minnesota-based Design Ready Controls.
Design Ready Controls is a manufacturer of industrial and electrical control panels and harness assemblies. We've been around since 1989, and we've been here in Henrico County for 5 years. We have locations in Wilsonville, Oregon, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as well as our headquarters in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
We build for large OEMs, mainly in the HVAC industry, but also oil and gas, alternative energy, water remediation. Data centers, that's another big one that we're getting into right now. And basically what you're seeing at the production facility is making the controls for it, so the brains of the entire unit. You know, you go to a rooftop, air conditioning's running everything the way it's being controlled, from the compressor motors, the fans, any sensors that are going through, it's all being done by one of our panels.
Our products are all over the place. So they're on top of our stadiums, they're out in the agriculture, in the fields. You'll see them on top of hospitals, and you won't necessarily see our name, Design Ready Controls, on it. Those control panels are inside manufacturers' equipment.
All the different pieces of sheet metal are coming in. The packs of wire are coming in from Minnesota that they're going to be using, and yeah, it's going to start down in the beginning of the production line, verifying we have all the right stuff, and starting to put it in, wire it up, and then go through our test at the end, wrap it up, and goes on a truck. Twice a day we're delivering out of this facility.
This location is great, so we actually try to have our plants within 2 hours of our actual customers. So in Henrico County specifically, we have great access to the ports, to the airlines, as well as the railways.
We're really well located from a distribution standpoint. We have a lot of things being manufactured in Henrico. Now, obviously it's not the sector that it once was. It was not unusual 2 decades ago for probably 20 to 25% of the labor force in most Virginia localities to be involved in manufacturing. And today that number is down to about 3.6%. So, you know, a lot of the manufacturing moved offshore during the last 2 decades to other countries where labor was much cheaper than it was in the U.S. And because of quality, because of stability, because of patent infringement rights, a lot of the manufacturers are saying, you know, maybe it doesn't make sense to be overseas anymore. And especially now, more and more, what you see in the manufacturing sector is labor being replaced by automation. And so a lot of what used to be done, you know, you'd have 6 or 7 people, you know, operate a machine, and now you've got one person maybe who's punching controls and controlling the machines.
We tend to see a lot better quality work when it is done local here versus going overseas, having to do all that communication, time differences, running into those problems. So a lot of people are looking at, a lot of times coming back because they do notice the problems that they run into.